Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. I'm Sam Badavi, coming to you this week from Bristol, Virginia, and Tennessee. I'm hanging out at the Sessions Hotel, but now it's time to go see what's going on State Street. Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
The AACA, Bristol Car Club, puts on an annual show that fills State Street, dividing the city of Bristol into Virginia and Tennessee. Bristol is known as the birthplace of country music and a haven for automotive enthusiasts, and home to the renowned Bristol Motor Speedway. Hot Bristol Night has been happening for a decade, and it's always an amazing show. Ray, walking by this car, I noticed that it was beautiful. I really don't know what it was, but it really caught my eye because of its stance.
It's a 1940 Ford. Of course, it's a custom. You know, a regular 40 Ford was set up about this high.
Right.
So, you know, everything was lowered. This car was originally done in 1953. A gentleman down in Greenville that done it, and a local legend, Sherman Utzman, kind of like the Fonz. He bought the car from them and made it more of a hot rod, made the car popular.
So what did he do different that was done in 53?
Maybe just a little bit lower in the back, you know, to give it that hot rod look from the 50s. It's been chopped, and this was a handmade Carson top by Freddie Hale, who done an original, this car originally in 1953. We got him to redo the top and also the interior, and he has since passed away.
So it's a rack top, not a convertible, right?
The car was redone by Wayne O'Neill and all of his friends, Max Keys, who done all the paint prep on it, and everything that was done was either done it was all done in-house. Nothing was sent
What
out.
about the spotlights? Was that 53 or was that current?
That was done in 53, and but of course we had to get new ones. These are not the original ones. But
beautiful. What a pleasure. I walked by and I just had to check it out. Ron, earlier somebody came up to me and said, Sam, do you know what kind of car that is down there with the blue flames? I'm like, no, but I could see from down there how gorgeous it is.
This is a 1940 Ford 5-window coupe. The body was done in Canada. It's an all-glass car, one-off frame. It's got a Corvette LS2 motor in it with electronic overdrive trans and a C4 Corvette rear end in it, so it gets 25 miles to the gallon and goes like crazy when you nail the gas.
That is awesome. Now, why Canada? When was it built?
It was built up in Montana. The gentleman that built it in 2007. He put a lot of money into this build and unfortunately got sick right at the end of it. Sold it to a gentleman in upstate New York who had it, and I bought it from him.
Beautiful, and the flames look so good on this.
You know what,
really...
I'll be honest, every car show I go to, people say, who did the flames? Who did the flames? And I said, if I knew who did the flames, they could come here and be a millionaire within a couple of years because everybody asks about them. Before you guys got here, there was a little kid here and I said, you want to sit in it? I don't care what it is. It's just a car. Throw them in it and hope that they get the love that everybody else does too.
That's awesome. Sharing your passion with the car and being able to have everybody else be able to enjoy it as well.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
Thank you so much, Ron. This was a huge pleasure.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you recognizing the car.
Anytime.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show. Go ahead.
All right, this is a Lexus LFA.
I can hear it fading away, driving off.
So on our LS Classic line, we've got the 14-inch Classic, which would consist of this cast base and this clamp that would bolt to your throttle body. We're doing a little bit of R&D, so now we've got an adapter that you would bolt this adapter to your 4150 style flange on your intake. You've got your drive-by-wire throttle body. Then you've got a clamp, the same clamp we use on the 14-inch Classic, with the adapter that we made. So this adapter, you can make it look similar to the big block that's in it using your air cleaner. So for instance, we've got a drop base here and an open element. We've got the adapter already on, the throttle body. Put the drop base on, air cleaner, put the wing nut on, and you're done. We have that for a Holly and an AFB. Check out more at lokar.com.
Welcome back to more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Appalachian Backroads. Rowdy, I couldn't help but notice the awesome color of your truck. It's primer, but it's also very shiny and clear.
They took a primer and mixed it with clear. That way it's easier to wash and take care of. Built by Raymond Boney Roberts in Phoenix, Arizona.
Right.
He does a lot of roadsters. He wanted something that had a top, AC, power steering, something he could, you know, stay out of the wet. So they called it weatherproof, and that was the name of the truck. And
cool.
The pinstripe on the wheels was done at Counts Custom by Ryan Evans when he was out there on a hot rod tour. So it's had some famous hands on it.
And he also signed the dashboard.
Yeah, and Big Daddy Dave off of Street Outlaws had signed it. And
that's cool.
So it's had a little bit of stuff.
How long did you say this thing has been built for?
Since 2012.
And how many miles have you put on it?
It's got 28,000 miles on it now.
Wow. And you were saying how you have several other cars as well, but this one really catches the attention of everybody.
From 2-year-olds up to 90-year-olds, I mean, it catches everybody. And it's original frame. It's got the Hyatt front suspension, but it is original frame, which
Original gas tank.
Yeah. So they kind of left it some old school. So
this is awesome. See, I got myself a 49, and
Yes,
this is a big inspiration for me to go back home and give me some ideas. So thank you so much for bringing it out.
Thank
This
you
is
for
an
noticing
awesome
me.
show. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Rowdy. I appreciate it. Last year, Todd brought us another VW bus, and he brought us another one, so we have to show you guys.
Well, this one is a 1961 VW camper. As a family, we take it camping. It's got the awning, the vintage camping, the stove.
Everything we see came with the van.
Everything, well, no, I've added it, but it's all vintage. Folds down, makes a bed inside, and it's got the camper windows, it's got the safari windows. 2 weeks ago with my grandkids, we camped in this bus out over here at the lake and had a blast. We make memories with our grandkids and our kids. And
I'm looking at the platform on top, and I heard you say that 4 of you will go to the races and sit up there on your chairs.
we go to the vintage drags or the NASCAR races, and we take chairs up here and we sit on top, and you can see.
So has this been restored?
It was restored years ago. It has had a paint job on it years ago, but probably 25, 30 years ago.
So you having 2 of these buses, are you into the Volkswagen buses, or?
I'm into the Volkswagen buses. The one last year was a passenger bus to haul people. This one is our camper bus that we take camping. We use them, we enjoy them, and make memories with them.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing.
Well, thank you so much, Todd, for bringing both of them out for us to check out.
Absolutely.
This is something for everybody to see, because they're so rare.
Sure, absolutely. We appreciate you guys coming out.
Anytime, thank you.
Sure.
We have to go to a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show. Welcome back to the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Appalachian Backroads.
Are you looking for the ultimate protection for your ride? You want something that's easy setup, UV protection, cold crack tested to -30? We got the answer for you, our outdoor car capsule. Whether you're worried about the neighborhood kids playing baseball or football or an aggressive game of basketball, your car's protected. Don't worry about Mother Nature either. Storm, snow, hail, rain, we can handle it all. Our patented continuous airflow system produces enough air to change it 5+ times an hour. By doing so, we never get mold, mildew, rust, or corrosion. If you don't have that, you've got perfect storage. And don't worry about power consumption either. This operates off 12 volts. Very low power consumption, about $2 a month to operate. So if you want the ultimate in protection, you want a car capsule.
Dave, I love your car.
Well, thank you.
I've never seen a Mercury Monterey before, and this one really caught my eye because it's sitting on the ground. It's long and beautiful. Tell me about the car.
I was looking for a Ford Galaxy, and somebody told me about one. So I buzzed over there, and well, it wasn't there. This was under it, right?
Right.
So I got closer, and it was a Mercury. The raccoons ate the seats out.
Wow. Now, what did you have to do to it?
Oh, everything.
Besides the, so it was a
oh,
full
everything.
restoration.
I got all new upholstery. It's a 390, three-speed on the column. Put air ride on it, right? But it's all factory other than that.
When did you build it?
Oh, 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I love this right here. Is
Yeah.
that an addition?
Yeah, that's a dish.
That's not a factory deal.
No. Back in my day, that's what you got on your cars, okay? Different colors, okay?
Those are accessories.
Yeah, that's
That
an
is
accessory,
so
yeah.
cool. You wanted to come
I had a 67, 68 Galaxy,
Right.
2-door hardtops,
Right.
and I wanted a convertible. It's my chance to have one.
I think you did a good job on this
Oh,
one.
that's this.
And it's the only one here. Yeah.
3 on a tree?
Yeah.
That's hard to believe. 99% of them would be automatic.
It is 3 on a tree. Man.
And then
Beautiful. Was the color original and repainted, or is that?
Oh
the
no,
color
it was a
you
light
picked?
blue, but I like dark colors.
Right, right.
This is midnight blue pearl.
Did you always want a car with bags in it?
Oh yeah, you got to have one.
This is beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dave. I
okay.
really appreciate you showing this to us and
right.
bringing it out here to this awesome show and being the only one. So Gary, how long have you been considered Dr. Mopar?
Oh, about 30 years.
What made you change the tag? Didn't you have a Dr. Mopar tag on there?
Yeah, up to about a month ago.
Yep.
I wanted to go with the train and the red lettering, so I had to lose the D. So I just put my first initial, G, Mopar. I started out with a rolling body. It had a straight axle, trailer axle under it. Didn't even have a rear end. It was gutted. No motor, tranny, rear end, no interior, nothing. It's got a 1966 Dana 53,
Right.
which is very rare. They only made 39 of them, and they put them in the Chrysler 300.
So what made you decide to build a Roadrunner in this particular car?
Because I started out with a Roadrunner when I was 16, my very first car. I've built hundreds of them since then, different cars, Superbirds, Daytonas, Challengers.
So that's why you're considered Dr. Mopar.
Yeah.
You're a builder.
Right, so I wanted to build one last one that I wanted to keep. I've sold everything I ever built.
Well, you kept the good one. You kept an awesome one.
Yeah.
I did not know about the Dana 53 and how rare it was.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same geometry as a Dana 60.
Yeah.
Now you said this is a debut car show.
Actually, the second time I've drove it.
Really?
I had to drive it in the rain to get the front end aligned the other day.
Now the interior is like what you would have seen from the factory back in the day?
The only difference is the red piping and the pin star in the back. We modified that.
What a treat. This is beautiful.
That's
Thank you so much, Gary. I'm with Kim. She is the marketing media director at Heart of Appalachia. I am from Atlanta, and we are very familiar with the tail of the dragon because that's the first part of the dragon that we get to when we go to the mountain runs. I'm not familiar with the back of the dragon.
So a lot of the people are familiar with the tail of the dragon. The back of the dragon is a little bit further north. It leaves I-81 in Virginia at Marion. And it is 438 curves over 32 miles. It runs from Marion, Virginia over into Tazewell, Virginia, where you'll find the Back of the Dragon Welcome Center. And on those days, you'll find sports cars, you'll find slingshots, you'll find motorcycles. They just pile in there. They have a cold beer, they have dinner, Great place to hang out.
Beautiful scenery.
Beautiful scenery.
And the roads have to be awesome because you got a longer straightaways to really enjoy that road.
You do. Back of the Dragon is a little bit more laid back than Tail of the Dragon. So if you're a newer rider, you know, it's just a great road to get out and cruise on.
Now let's say I wanted to come out with my family and I don't have any equipment to bring with me.
Back of the Dragon actually has the Polaris slingshots for rent. They are a lot of fun to take out.
Yep.
You know, you just go there to the Back of the Dragon Welcome Center, rent your Polaris slingshot, and you can rent it for half day, full day, and take your family out and
there
just
are
have a great
cabins
time.
in that area that you
There
can
are. Foxtail Orchards, they actually sit right on Back of the Dragon. So you can leave your cabin and you'll be right on the road.
Man, that is so cool. I can't wait to do it. I want to go from the tail of the dragon all the way up to the back of the dragon and see all the beautiful scenery, stay at the cabins, and one day rent out a slingshot because I just want to see how they ride.
They ride wonderfully. They're a lot of fun to drive.
Check out this Dodge bus behind me I've never seen before. I'm here with Jim, and tell me about this truck.
It's a 1934 Dodge panel truck. It's nicknamed Humpback because it had the hump on it. I acquired it in 2012. Took 3 years to build it. We've been driving it since 2015.
Now you used to do your own car shows as well, right?
Yes, we used to own Benny Street Rods America, and this is our promotional vehicle. We hauled all of our paraphernalia to shows with it, and yeah, it's Ghost Flames.
That is so cool, man.
I learned to do that watching TV.
You did all that yourself as well?
Yeah.
You did a good job buffing it too.
Yeah, I can buff, I can't paint.
What kind of engine's in this?
It's a 440 Dodge engine with a 5-speed Tremec transmission.
Now what would this have been used for originally back in the day?
This particular one was a bus. It had 4 windows on each side of it. Probably get about 10 kids in.
This is so nice. You got the vintage air in there, or your AC in there. You got the aluminum radiator, 440, 5-speed.
It's got airbags on the back.
And you built the whole thing yourself. And the more you look, the more flames you see. Like I didn't even see that at all early, even with the sun shining on, but here you can see it perfectly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This was a real treat, Jim. What a beautiful Corvette, Jim. Now, I was looking at this and it's done so nicely that I'm thinking, man, this is an all-original Corvette. But then you're like, no way, Sam, everything about it is different.
Everything's different.
So tell us what's different about it.
Well, it was a frame-off restoration about 9 years ago. Every nut and bolt in it is new.
Right.
The fellow that did it 9 years ago couldn't finish it, so I bought it from him and finished it. And I'm just having a great time with it.
Now, when you say finish it, did you do it yourself? Did you have it finished?
I finished, tricked out the engine. And
looks good
and
under there.
And just the wheels, these are all hand-painted.
Tell us about the elimination of the seams in the front and rear.
Well, yeah, they all came with seams across here and across the back, and they've just been fiberglassed in.
It looks beautiful.
This paint is a one-off paint.
Right.
You just won't see it anywhere.
I love the pipes on the side. It's so nice in the pipes.
The problem is ground clearance.
Yeah.
I don't have any. They're great sounding, and it's just
beautiful.
It should have that.
Have you ever burned your leg on it?
They don't get hot.
Oh wow!
No, they got these
heat
covers,
shields over
these
it,
covers,
right?
yeah.
What year is it?
75.
75.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
What a treat to see it. Like I said,
Thank
you know,
you.
you're looking at it, you walk by, you're like, man, beautiful, nicely restored Stingray, until you hear the story behind it.
That's
You
right,
take a
yeah.
second look,
Yeah.
and you see all the nice features on it and all the originality. So he had a great vision. He did a good job. You did an awesome job finishing it up.
Thank you
you so much.
Thank
I
you
really
very much.
appreciate it.
talking to you.
Thank you. What a great turnout here at Hot Bristol Night. So many cars, so many people, such a fun city. It's so cool to see this street light up with so many car enthusiasts. For me, that's a wrap.